The Marketing Funnel Strategy Show. More leads. More sales. More predictability.
Introducing Jared Hyman, sales and marketing expert. Introducing Serena Carly, marketing and outsourcing expert.
Hey there everyone, welcome to the Marketing Funnels and Strategy Show for the 10th of the 1st, 2022. Super excited for today's episode. You guys know the deal. Every single Monday and every single Friday we are here live with you at 1 p.m. Perth time. That's 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Queensland time. And we are coming at you 2 times per week, absolutely free, costs you nothing to come here, giving you inspiration, giving you new ways of thinking in some way, shape or form about your business. You guys know the fee. There is no fee. All we ask is if we add some value to you in some way, shape or form, you just share the show or you comment below this video just to tag somebody you think might need to hear this message. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about this one thing which stems from a conversation I was having earlier today around, and if you do this one thing really, really effectively too, by the way, it's going to take your business to a whole new level and you will be able to scale and do all these different things that you want to do, right? And your business will be a lot more effective just by doing this. So the conversation stemmed, and the way it started earlier today was around a person that's looking at basically just getting started with their business. Don't have any current clients or anything like that at the moment, but what they're looking to do is they're looking to build a sustainable business that they can grow and they can have that they work full-time in, create a bit of a lifestyle, make a bit of an impact, that type of stuff. And part of the conversation was around, working and also building a business. And part of it is, or one part of it is about having a foundation in place so that, once you do transition from a job or whatever it is that you're doing, when you do that transition, that you've got something to step straight into that has a foundation, that has a process, that has some type of system for client acquisition and different things like that as well. And one part of it as well was raising capital to be able to invest into things like advertising and all these different things as well. And especially when you're getting started and you don't have huge budgets to be able to play with, you can't exactly just burn it up in the marketplace and then hope that it is going to be able to generate you clients and things like that. Part of the conversation was around how do I go about getting it off the ground so that then I can step into it full time and be able to do it, but also be able to have the capital there to continue to reinvest. And the answer to this question is very, very simple. If you have work that you're doing right now or a job that you're doing right now and you're building that business on the side, my suggestion is you just continue doing that. If anything, you find something that kind of complements what you do that you could create some type of referral source out of. For me, when I first started, my main focus when I first started was working full time and earning a good living still and building the business on the side and find a way that they can both kind of complement themselves. So even when I moved out of my previous sales roles, switched across to, and in my previous consulting roles, and amalgamated my business with business partners to create Business Warriors, I still actually went back to find a job. I actually went back to work in the car industry again for the time being until we kind of got the business off the ground. We started generating revenue and revenue in quite large sums as well to be able to support myself and business partners as part of the new brand Business Warriors. So part of it, what it actually involved was I was doing 65 hours a week, 5.5 days a week working. And then I was doing 15 to 20 hours on top of that in business, trying to move a business forward. basically there was two main focus points. That was the main focus to get it off the ground. If you can really just do these two things, getting it off the ground on side of a job, it doesn't matter how many hours you're doing, you'll still be able to move forward. The first thing is about focusing on what is that one thing that I can do that's going to move it the furthest forward. And I'm telling you right now, the one thing that's going to move it furthest forward is sales. So focusing in on the two main things that are going to do it. How do I find people interested? How do I be able to sell people into these services? They're the two things that are the only things that really matter. If it doesn't feed those two things, it isn't important enough. People are looking at all these crazy funnels. They're going, oh, should I do email marketing? Should I do Facebook advertising? Should I do all these types of things? No. You need to keep something really, really simple. I know if I started all over again, right, I would just focus on those two things. That is it. And that's exactly what I did to be able to move into full-time business. I think a lot of people seem to think that I have to quit and just burn the boats and all these types of things. 9 times out of 10, that doesn't work, right? It just, I've seen it happen too many times, and it's quite hard, right? And it's quite stressful going from, full-time wages, salaries, all these types of things that, especially when you got mortgages and all this type of stuff. I had mortgages, I had bills to pay, I had credit cards, all these different things, right? Which, if I had just gone all in, like everyone else is saying to do online, burn the boats, it wouldn't have worked for me, okay? I needed to have that salary to start with, that job on the side to be able to bring in cash, etc., so that I can then move and do this with confidence. And that's what I did, right? And they're the only two things that you guys need to focus on, is really focusing in on sales, leads. How do I find leads, people that are interested in my product? How do I sell those leads to my product? Two things to focus on. The only other thing is just the fulfillment, right? So you just need a fulfillment system to basically fulfill the services for these clients and stuff, and be able to do it around your current role. And I know in the early days, I had to structure all of our calls and support and all these types of things that we used to do to be able to have it outside of hours. I actually even arranged with my role that I was in at the time to be able to have one full day off a week where I could run things in separate days or separate times and things like that. So these are the types of things that you've got to be really thinking about as well, especially if you're looking to launch a business, especially if you're looking to, if you're not full-time in that business at the moment, look at still being able to look after yourself while you're moving into this business and you're moving into it as a full-time gig. And that's providing, obviously, this is something that you obviously want to do deep down as well, because there's also the other side to it where it's it's something that I think is a great idea, but do I really want to do that? It's something you got to work out for yourself. So for a lot of you that are maybe early in business and maybe you are looking at, you want to grow this business as fast as possible, the main thing is about focusing on what's going to move you first forward fast. And it's going to be, where is the money at, right? There's no quicker way to be able to get a business off the ground than money in the bank. So the two things to focus on is leads. How do you find leads? Sales. How do you sell products and services? You don't need to worry about all these other things that people talk about. How do I automate things? Or, what happens if I get too many clients? What if I can't fulfill what it is that I'm doing, I'm selling people into, all these types of things. You worry about that when you get to that point. Yes, you need to at least have a system to be able to fulfill clients' needs, wants, all these types of things, which is great, right? Yes, you do need that still, but at the same point in time, if you're not at that point, you don't need to worry about that point yet. It's about focusing on those couple of things. Leads, how do I find leads? People are interested in my product. How do I sell? How do I, be able to literally duplicate and continue to do that process? Keep it simple. You don't need crazy funnels. You don't need all these to worry about all these email market, all these different things at this stage. If anything, you can if you can do it, be able to invest and get somebody to help you build all of that out, that would be a heaps better thing, because really you can kind of turn decades into days quite quickly. I think, for marketing, it took me from 2014 to 2018 to really work out exactly what I was really doing with all of this. So 4 years it took me to really figure it all out. And that was when I figured it all out that I felt that I needed to still tune in over time, which has kind of developed it to where it is now in 2022. It's weird saying that. Because I found that over the years, there's just always something that's come up. Oh yeah, this is something. Oh yeah, this is something. This is something. This is something. This is something else that I've got to do. This is something else that must be included in the process, to now sort of bring it into that point where it's like an 8-step methodology now, and protocol that you must use to be able to create profitable marketing campaigns that turn, potential customers, which is what a lot of people are doing online right now, is they're speaking with potential customers and they always remain as potential customers, and they don't turn into actual revenue for their business because there's missing pieces within the process or things that they may have done, within their marketing and their sales process that's not turning people from potential to revenue. So businesses are only profitable, and a business will only grow when a client or potential client is turned into revenue, which, I'm talking very, very, basic stuff. But, if there's steps missing, you will not be profitable online. And if you're not profitable online, there's a point where you will stop spending on your advertising because there's not enough money coming in through the door to be able to support and continue to support that marketing budget, right? So the key is revenue, the key is dollars, the key is cash in the door, not sales volume. For many years, and I was doing this as well, talking sales volume, right? Sales in the door, cash collected, works for itself, but not necessarily, right? It's easy to make sales, and, slight switches within the 8-step protocol that we talk about as well. Slight changes within that process can mean the difference between you doubling cash in the door to, not doubling cash in the door as well, which I found very, very quickly within my journey, which made so much more of a drastic difference when it came to online marketing and sales strategy, client acquisition, customer acquisition, whatever you want to call it. So if you're wanting to be profitable online, if you're wanting to, maybe you're at a stage as well, like at the start I was saying, where you are looking to build a business on the side of your current job, or you're looking to build or get started in business. If this is something that maybe you're going down, maybe just watch the whole entire video again, because the big notes is what's going to move you the furthest forward. And this is even for the established business owners that are here too. If the established business owners that are here today just focused on what's going to move them the furthest forward, what key activities are going to move you the furthest forward every single day, and if you just even tweak that process, it could be the difference between 2021's results to even doubling or tripling it in 2022 by switching up some of what we talk about within the 8-step protocol to creating profitable, scalable marketing campaigns online to speed up your client acquisition and help you create growth and more profit for the bottom line and top line. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode. As I said, 2022, we want to just keep it really short, sharp, sweet, and straight to the point so that you guys can get the information, move forward, take some action, because, let's face it, success loves speed. And I know if you speed along, 2022 is going to be big for you, and that's what it's all about. The theme of this year is how do you get to market your business with speed, create profitability within your customer acquisition process. That's me, done for today. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there, every single day you must take action, every single day you must make it happen. And remember to be the warrior. I'll speak to you guys Friday, 1 p.m. Perth time. That is 3 p.m. Queensland, 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. and that is 6 p.m. in New Zealand. See you all then. Cheers.